Holy shit, what the fuck? What's up, Curbside Podcast? It's Andrew here. Another quarantine video, believe it or not. It's around 2 in the morning right now here in Belmont, California. But yeah, we got a quick video for you for the Evo 10. I was actually going through my room looking for some GoPro accessories, and I came across this thing that I've had for quite some time. It doesn't look like much, but this is actually a strobing module for your brake lights or whatever lights, but yeah, mainly for your third brake lights. So I've had this for quite some time now. It's been sitting around and I totally forgot about it. Came across it and I figured I'm gonna install it on the Evo's third brake light right there. Oh, so yeah, it should be a pretty quick install, pretty straightforward, just one splice and a couple other little connections here and there, but let's do it. I'm gonna have to be a little quiet because my roommates are all sleeping, so yeah. It's also eerily quiet in the garage right now because it's 2 in the morning. All right, so first step, open the trunk. Now we'll have to take this inner trunk liner off so that we can get to that third brake light connection. Now with the liner off, you'll go down here, you'll see here's your third brake light. You want to disconnect this. Just push, I hate these fucking things. Just push it in, pull it out. Push it in, pull it out. Push it in, pull it out. Once that is unplugged, we're going to want to pull back some of this electrical tape that's covering the wire so that we can make our connections. It's so quiet. I don't like it. But car stuff at 2 in the morning, I guess, is fun. Cool. Now we got the wires exposed, free of the electrical tape. Let's get our strobe module. So now we have to identify these two wires. As I explained in the load resistor video, the black wire is always going to be your ground. This should be your power, the red one. The idea here is we're going to cut this red wire and connect the red and the yellow to each of those halves. That will give power to the strobing module and allow the brake light to flash. And then this black wire will just splice into the existing ground. Pretty straightforward. I hope it works. Let's do it. I'm scared. Got our cutting pliers. I'm gonna cut this red one in half. I don't like this, but fuck it. It's like defusing a bomb like in Rush Hour. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, after that painful step, get your wire strippers and strip off each of these halves that you just cut. Okay, hopefully these third brake lights are cheap in case I have to replace it, but also this is on the wiring harness, so just splice it back together if it doesn't work. Alright, so if you've made it this far, this is what your third brake light plug should look like. Your ground is still intact, your power cable is cut in half, and the two ends stripped and cleaned up, ready to make new connections. Your next step is to grab these little, I don't know what the fuck these are called. Anyways, these plugs. We are going to make new connections from the strobe module to this cut wire. Put these on here, crimp them, and then we can more or less plug and play, but I'll show you guys here step by step. So you have your male connector because it looks like a dick, and your female connector because you get it. Oh, shit. Your female connector you're gonna want to put on the side away from your plug itself. So we'll put this female connector up here, and then we'll get our wire stripping tool and crimp that on. Oh my god. That's not good. Okay, let's try again with some different pliers. Okay, it hasn't exploded yet. Alright, now let's see what it do. You're fucking kidding me. I hate electronics. Fuck me. Running out of wire here. Maybe I just broke my third taillight. Oh, fuck you. What the fuck? Holy shit, what the fuck? Okay, finally got this shit crimped on. Plugged it back in just to test it, see if it works. It does work, so we do have a good connection. Lesson learned, use some needle nose pliers or something. Don't use wire cutters. This bottom part or wherever I used, cut it right in half, so use pliers. Now we're gonna move on to the actual strobe module itself. We'll start by adding the crimps onto the yellow and red wires. Your red wire is the power wire. This will go to this top one where the power is coming from, so we'll need to put a male connector on this red wire. This yellow one will relay that power over to the plug, so we'll need to put a female connector on the yellow wire to connect right here to this male connector. Let's hopefully put those on successfully. So here are the crimps installed onto the module itself. We do actually have one more thing that we have to crimp on here, but I'll get into that later. On this yellow one, the one I accidentally cut in half, we managed to salvage it, but it's a little short, so I'm going to cover the exposed wire with some electrical tape. So that's all taped up now, and we have this one last crimp that we have to put onto the ground wire, and you'll see it's different than these, and it will make a lot of sense in a bit. Alright, so we have all of our connectors crimped onto the module. Leave that there for a second. We have one last step, this last splice. This goes onto the ground wire like so. That purple connector that we just put on the ground on the module will plug right into this. So all you gotta do for this, make sure it's sitting in that little nook right there, and then just clamp it down. Clamp, 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 clamp. All you gotta do is clamp it down. Just fucking clamp it. Oh my god. Pliers. Alright, I think that's in. Just clamp it down. Our last step before we are theoretically done. This purple plug plugs into the back of this splice right here. Our red cable goes to the power, which is here. Your yellow wire goes to the other half of the red. We got contact. Let's plug it in. Okay, let's see. Oh, great success. Nice. Now hopefully my chances of getting T-boned is a little lower, but since we know it works, I'm just gonna push all of these connectors in place so that they are solid. Boom. Well, that worked out despite destroying a couple things and whatnot. These blue and white wires, in case you're curious, that's how you program it. Essentially you make little shorts, you make contact on them, and there's different modes. You can go online to figure out what does what, but I'm gonna leave it as is for now. I kind of like the strobe that it's doing. Once you're done with all that, put your liner back in and you're all done. I might tape it to the inside of the trunk or something just so it's not wobbling around and making a whole bunch of noise when I'm driving. But anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. That was low-key stressful as fuck. I'm getting tired now finally. That took about 30 minutes? No, 20 minutes. Hope you enjoyed the 2 a.m. Quarantine content. Let me know if you have any questions. But as always, stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask. Peace.